And one of the people fighting to make air east of Atlanta safer to breathe has died. Kenny Johnson died today. It happened moments after he testified about the impact, the negative impact that the biolab fire has had on his personal life and his community. Johnson passed out after complaining of shortness of breath. He served as the Rockdale Soil and Water Conservation District State Board Chairman.
And new at 11 tonight, students and educators ordered to stay home for the next 10 days.
Rockdale County Schools say virtual learning will continue until at least October 18th. Officials say a number of schools fall within the 2-mile radius under a shelter-in-place order following the incident at Biolab in Conyers. This map shows some of the schools we're talking about. Atlanta News First, Bridget Spencer, live tonight near Conyers.
Bridget, some parents just not happy about this.
Right, and Sean Blair, just to give you some perspective, for safety reasons, we are well outside of that 2-mile radius near Biolab. That's just to, of course, remain safe tonight as that shelter-in-place order remains in effect for those people in that 2-mile radius. Now, I did speak to some parents tonight. They certainly are feeling disappointed about this decision. They have childcare to worry about, among other things. Shatiria Dollar remembers vividly the first day of the Biolab chemical plume. In fact, she says it looks like debris landed in her yard.
It's been scary for me just because of my middle son. He's allergic to a lot of different particles, from mold to dust to dirt.
The situation has been carrying on for more than a week now, and with no end in sight. Rockdale County Schools says they're now going to stick to virtual learning through October 18th.
I feel if we're going to be virtual, we need to make sure that the teachers are available.
Dollar says she would much rather have her children in the classroom. She compared what's happening now to the days of COVID-19 when she was teaching.
As much as I wanted to give them the knowledge they needed, it was not possible because of all the distractions that's going on around them. The state assessment that they have to take in April is not going anywhere.
Pamela Bailey has a grandson at Salem High. She's not worried about him, but she worries about other families.
They're caught off guard now of, what are we going to do? How are we going to work and, make sure our little ones are taken care of, because everybody's not working at home.
In a statement, Biolab says it launched a hotline as well as a website for concerned residents. It also has partnered with United Way and Rockdale Emergency Relief Fund to feed the children who are learning remotely.
Hold them accountable, hold whoever's accountable for allowing that to keep running, that business to keep running, and also shut them down.
Now, those same calls to shut Biolab down were also echoed at the state capitol today during a rally. Now, the superintendent did say that this is still a rapidly fluid and evolving situation, so things certainly could change at any point. We're live in Rockdale County. Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
Breaking